Yo, I haven't talked about this series at all on it. Well, actually, yes, I did. I did it once, but it was about Anthony Starr, which I'm gonna do it again this time. But I did talk about Anthony Starr at another video. This was like last year, summertime last year, and I'm gonna do it again. If he does not get an award this time for playing Homelander, something is wrong. I know there's other great actors, but Anthony Starr has been phenomenal from season one to now, and I believe it's only gonna get better. He is. Wow, that episode, bro, of episode 4 of season 4 of The Boys, I did not see that coming. I had a feeling when he came in, you know, especially with that little scene at the end. By the way, spoiler alert, I'm giving y'all that right now. I'm not here to talk about all of season of episode 4. That's not what this video is for. I gotta talk about that situation when Homelander went to visit his home with the, I call it like a little homecoming with the doctors and the people that was to work with him when he was a kid. That scene, 10 out of 10, scary, crazy, masterful when it comes to acting, shocking, like all the above, bro. That, because I will admit, season 4 has been, it's been okay. Some good moments, some moments like, but honestly, thinking about it, like The Boys, every season, every episode wasn't the best. It was like, oh, this episode was great. I will say though, every scene, just like every season that has Anthony Starr in it, has been phenomenal. This is the first time I've ever heard of Anthony Starr when he first played Homelander, and it makes me want to watch his other projects because if it's anything like Homelander, I'm not even talking about his playing Homelander, just talking about just the great acting, believable. Dude, he's been under my radar, but I said it last video when I was talking about Anthony Starr before. I've noticed him, and this episode, bro. I'm not even gonna break down every scene by scene. I'm gonna talk about some of the stuff that happened. He went and visited some of his old pals, if you want to call it that, who basically tortured him as a kid. And when I say he got payback in the most Joker, sadistic, psychotic way, he did. And what you gotta, the reason you gotta give props to actors like this is because it's not easy to go dark like that. And the way he does it, it's kind of like he had a Joker moment where even his laughter reminds you of the Joker, but it's not just about that. It's about how you could be a psycho with a smile on your face while he has these things. He's been doing it every season, this thing with his mouth. I'm not gonna front, as crazy as he was, you felt his pain. This episode really made you understand him, and I love when writing does that. I love when writing makes you not technically root for the villain, but understand why they are the way they are. Like they did that right with Thanos. They do it right with the Joker. They do it right with other characters. There's not many villains where you're like, all right, what you're doing is wrong, but I feel for you. This episode, that's why I say Anthony Starr really sold this role, because it wasn't just him being psychotic. It was him being, you understood, you felt for him. And honestly, the stuff that he did to these people, you don't really feel sorry for him. That's not something I like. Don't get me wrong. It's not something I'm hoping that happens to people who do people wrong. But at the same time, I'm like, despite like two people specifically, the one person, long story short, Homelander explained in the most interesting way what one of the doctors or scientists did while Homelander as a kid was in this room being cooked to a crisp. His skin wasn't burning, but like he explained in the show, it still hurt. And man, he let that man go in that room, and I'm very vague with the story because I decided I was gonna say spoiler and I was gonna explain the whole thing. I want y'all to see it for yourselves. Again, this is a mature way. I always like giving those warnings because The Boys is definitely not made for kids and for weak stomach people, weak mind, weak stomach people. But if you can stomach some things, then definitely watch this episode. The way he put, I mean, when he put that man in that oven, and the way he did it, leading to it, you knew something was going to happen when he was playing. He was playing basketball paper in the trash can, and the lead up to it, bro. It was like you felt sad. And by the way, shout out to the directing of this. Oh man, bro. And then the guy he did, where I can't say on YouTube what he made him do, but let's just say he had. All right, I'm gonna try to put this as PG as I can. He, as a kid, was locked in this room by himself, isolated, and when he got older, he learned about pleasuring himself, if that's the way I can say it on YouTube. And one day, one of these doctors that he was talking to now, back then, saw him do it, and he gave Homelander, or at that time he was called John, the name Squirt, because of, if you can put two and two together, you can understand why he called him Squirt, because he saw him doing it and he called him Squirt. I don't know the line with YouTube, so if you can get the drift of what I mean when I say that, he called him Squirt, and Homelander said how it hurt his feelings. So to show, you know, to make Homelander feel better, he wanted that same guy to to do a certain act in front of not just Homelander, but in front of all the doctor or the scientists around him. And that scene was, one, uncomfortable, and two, the way Homelander was getting thrilled by it and was laughing and like, oh my goodness, and the stuff he was saying back. And then the guy couldn't get it up. So Homelander was like, oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Beam, and I beamed the dude's thing off. Oh man. And the way he was laughing above him and stuff like that. And he also is this lady that shows up later. You find out who she is. And her and Homelander was talking in this room that Homelander calls the bad room. And he asked her, no, he told her after they talked for a little bit, I would like to explain to you, I would really love to show you why I call this the bad room. And that scene too, man, and I want to say, oh man, did you see the episode? This video is more of giving Anthony Starr a lot of credit. He sells scenes, bro. There are some episodes in The Boys that are not entertaining, it's not grasping me, but when he's on screen, honestly, if Anthony Starr was not playing The Boys, honestly, I don't think I would have watched The Boys as far as I am. There are some good episodes without him, but he makes the show. Homelander is terrifying. I've never read the comics. And, well, I take that back. As soon as I started watching The Boys, I started checking a little bit of the comics. Not a fan. It seemed like the creators of the comics just wanted to do crazy things. I'm talking about disgusting, crazy things just for the fact of they can. Like, a lot of it had no purpose, and I just wasn't a fan of that. What the? Was I walking outside? A piece of twig was on my hair. But, man, Anthony Starr needs, and I don't know when these TV show awards are happening, but whenever they do, Anthony Starr need to get them all. For this season, for last season, he is literally carrying this show on his back. And he is doing it very well. That you talk about, like when Homelander's on, I want complete silence in the room, and I'm sitting there. I'm wondering what's he gonna do next. Literally every scene he's in, you wonder what he's gonna do next. When a guy can go in and smile, and you know that smile is not pretty, you know he's not in a good mood. You know, and he can sell that with a smile. And then he has these moments where he's flinching, like his mouth is twitching, his eyes go from, like he'll say, you know, hey, y'all go ahead, do this, do that, do this. Now, it's amazing. It's like the way he does it, he sells it so well. So basically, this video is Homelander is terrifying, and Anthony Starr sells it so well. Being terrifying is not always about being mean and scary. And it's being at calm with a smile, and you know good and well that man who a woman has no good intention back in their head. That's when it's really terrifying. When they can smile like the Joker, or smile being good, it look like they're in good spirits, and they're looking deep in your soul like you're not making it out this room. That's scary, bro. That's true terror in these TV shows and movies. When you can do it like that, you know, anybody can be, dark and I'm always mad. I'm always, growling and stuff like that. When you can do it calm, cool, and collected, that's when it's very scary. And then just out of nowhere, snap, and then go off, but then go back, and then go off, and then go back, and then just go back for a long time. With these eyes, he be like, with these, dude. I just want to give praise to Anthony Starr. And then, you know what's funny? I just saw how he is outside of acting. Great actor, bro. Because when you see how he is in, like, I watched the Hot Ones. Because I don't really watch people outside of, I'm not really that much in depth of people's lives. I just watch for entertainment. I move on. But I saw him on Hot Ones. And, oh my goodness, a whole different person. That shows how good of an actor he is. So, no knock to anybody in the boys show. But if it was for Anthony Starr, bro, shout out to Anthony Starr, bro. He scares me, and that's a good thing for the role he's playing. So I hope none but the best for him. I hope he gets even more roles. I hope this is not one of them roles to where he's only known for it and everything else he don't get much of a chance. It can't be. He's too good of an actor, bro. He's too good of an actor. Give him his awards. Anyway, that's all. I'm blabbering, but I wanted y'all to hear it. So anyway, if you see it, let me know what you thought. I was going to spoil some things, but I think I spoiled enough. I want y'all to see it for yourselves. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in.